In the ancient lands of Judah and Philistia, a tense standoff gripped two mighty armies. The Israelites, led by King Saul, stood arrayed on one mountain, while the Philistines, their formidable adversaries, occupied a facing peak. Between them lay the valley of Elah, a silent stage awaiting a confrontation that would echo through history. For 40 days, this stalemate persisted, filled with a dread that paralyzed the hearts of men. The air was thick with anticipation, fear, and the unspoken question of who would dare to break the silence of this valley, who would face the colossal terror that kept an entire nation trembling. Then, from the Philistine ranks, emerged a figure of unimaginable size and terror, Goliath of Gath. He stood over 9 feet tall, a monstrous warrior clad in bronze armor, his spear like a weaver's beam, his shield-bearer walking before him. For 40 mornings and evenings, Goliath strode into the valley, his booming voice echoing through the hills, hurling insults and defiance at the armies of Israel and their God. He challenged them, send forth a champion, and let the outcome of this single combat decide the fate of both nations. The sound of his voice struck terror into the hearts of every Israelite soldier, from the common footman to King Saul himself. No one dared to answer his call. Fear had truly gripped the camp of God's chosen people, for Goliath seemed invincible, a titan against whom no mortal could stand. Meanwhile, far from the battlefield, a young shepherd boy named David was tending his father's sheep. He was the youngest of Jesse's sons, overlooked and unassuming. His father sent him to the camp to bring provisions to his brothers and gather news. As David arrived, he heard Goliath's taunts, his blasphemous challenge against the armies of the living God. A righteous indignation stirred within him. While seasoned warriors trembled, this humble shepherd boy, armed only with unwavering faith and a personal history of God's faithfulness, having protected his sheep from lions and bears, wondered, who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living God? His brothers mocked him. King Saul dismissed him. But David's spirit was ablaze. He believed in a God far greater than any giant. Despite his youth and lack of armor, David declared his readiness to fight Goliath. King Saul reluctantly offered his own armor, but David, accustomed to agility and freedom, cast it aside. He chose 5 smooth stones from the brook in his shepherd's sling. As Goliath approached, sneering at David's youthful appearance and simple weapons, David's voice rang out with fearless conviction. You come against me with sword and spear and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. This day the Lord will deliver you into my hands. There was no boast in David's words, only an unwavering declaration of God's sovereign power. He ran towards Goliath, not away. Fueled by divine courage and absolute trust, the stone struck Goliath squarely on the forehead, sinking deep. The giant stumbled, then crashed face down to the ground with a thunderous roar. Shock rippled through both armies. David, still fearless, drew Goliath's own sword and used it to sever the giant's head. The Philistines, seeing their champion fallen, fled in terror. The Israelites, emboldened by this miraculous victory, surged forward, chasing their enemies from the land. It was a victory not won by human might or military strategy, but by the hand of God, proving that with God, no giant is too big, no challenge too insurmountable. David, the humble shepherd, became a hero, forever etched in the annals of faith. As a testament to God's power working through the willing heart, the story of David and Goliath is more than an ancient battle. It's a timeless testament to the power of unwavering faith in the face of impossible odds. It reminds us that our true strength comes not from our size, our armor, or our worldly wisdom, but from placing our trust in the living God. Whatever giants you face today, fear, illness, injustice, self-doubt, remember, David, remember the God who fights for you. Your courage, fueled by faith, can overcome anything. Your story, too, can become a testament to his boundless power.